Hey guys, welcome to practice. This week we're looking at practice 13 from my book, 100 Mindfulness Meditations. And the practice is called Nodfulness. And it's really a continuation from what we were doing last week, which was looking at mindful movement. I want to start with the quote that I put in the book, which is from one of my favorite movement teachers, Anna Halprin. She is a wonderful teacher. She's one of the originators of modern dance. She's still teaching, I think at the age of 97, out in Marin County, just north of San Francisco. And she teaches at the Seligman Institute as well. So if you ever get a chance to train with her, I really highly recommend it. She taught me so much about the body, how to move in this very mindful way. And this is a quote from her. She says, "Movement has the capacity to take us to the home of the soul, the world within, for which we have no name." And I really like that quote because there is something very special when you see embodied dancers connecting with something that feels like perhaps it's greater than them and it's moving through them, and you see it in wonderful kind of dance recitals all over the place. You see it in young children coming through and maybe they haven't got words for it, but there's just something magical there. And so we're going to look at this in a very simplified way. Just by looking at the nod of the head. That's why it's called Nodfulness. So it really is, it's not about movement in terms of stretching or straining or trying to strengthen the neck or anything like that. We're simply trying to bring all of our awareness, so the full laser focus of our attention to this movement, so the physical sensations of just allowing the head to drop and then to rise again repeatedly. And during that practice, as we just get into the feeling of it, we're going to start to connect that movement of the head with the inhale and exhale. So the exhale, the head will fall slightly, and the inhale, the head will rise slightly. So it's a super simplified, concentrated, mindful movement practice. You can do it for as long as you want. I'm just going to demonstrate it for a short period. And as you're doing it, just be aware of your balance. If you're doing it standing up and you have balance issues, that may not be the right thing. Maybe take a seat, get somewhere comfy so that you can practice this. Occasionally people say that they feel a little bit dizzy when they do this practice, so just take care of yourselves and make sure you're doing this in an appropriate place at home or somewhere where you've got a quiet place just to kind of sit and be comfortable. Okay, so I'm just going to drop into the practice, and as usual, spend just a few moments arriving on the breath in the body. And I always think that first conscious breath of air is perhaps the most delicious breath of the day. So just allow the breath to welcome you back into the body. If you've been living a short distance away from the body, come back. Feel the breath in the body breathing the breath breathing the body. And then just allow the head to become the center of your attention as a physical object first. So just get a sense of the weight of the head. We know when babies are born, they don't yet have the strength to carry their head, and we can often be surprised at how heavy a baby's head is. So just get a sense of the weight of your own head and all of the strength and muscles that are involved in keeping it upright, balancing on the top of your body. And then when you're ready, just allow the weight of the head to allow it to drop forward ever so slightly and slowly. And at the moment, we're just feeling the weight of the head dropping forward. And just notice how smoothly you're able to do that, how effortlessly the muscles take care of this motion. And then just bring it gradually back up, allowing it to rise, almost as if there was a sensation of air moving up on a hot wind. And then just do that one more time, just allowing the head to drop forward slowly. We're not trying to extend or get anywhere in particular, just a sense of falling. And then when you're ready, bringing it back up, just a sense of rising, floating, lifting. If at any time during the practice you feel a little bit dizzy or uncomfortable, just come back to the breath in the body or to the weight of the body pushing down into the seat, just one of those two. Or you can open your eyes and just get a sense of your surroundings, just to bring yourself back. So we're now going to bring the inhale and exhale into the practice. So you'll notice on the exhale, the head drops down, and then the inhale, the head rises up. And because we all breathe at our own rate, I'm not going to guide your breathing, but I want you to be guided by your breath in your body and allow the head to just drop on the exhale and rise on the inhale. And as you do this, just notice what you notice. Do you feel tempted to manipulate the breath or the movement? Or can you allow the breath and this gentle movement just to dance together? Knowing that a big breath is no greater than a short breath. That a small movement is just as mindful as a long movement. And gathering back into an upright position, so the head just comes to rest. Breath continues on its own way, in its own rhythm. And just get a sense of landing back in the fullness of the body, the weight of the body pushing down into our seat. The hands perhaps resting on our knees or in our lap. And in your own time, just allowing the eyes to reopen. Great, well thank you so much for joining me in practice today. I look forward to seeing you next week.